is ABC 7 News This Morning.
Much more on the legal issues surrounding these new speed cameras. That's coming up in just a few minutes when attorney Thomas Glasgow joins us in studio. First, the legal issues surrounding those controversial new speed cameras.
Okay, we're talking wraparound this morning. Legal issues surrounding the new speed cameras coming to Chicago city streets. Also, the future of Illinois eavesdropping law after a ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court. We're going to find out what all of that means. Joining us this morning is our legal expert, attorney Thomas Glasgow. Thomas, good morning.
Good morning to you.
So the speed camera tests start today. The state legislature approved the cameras. Are there still, though, questions about whether they're legal or not?
Well, they are legal. The Illinois Supreme Court ruled on the constitutionality of the red light cameras. Therefore, they are legal to be used in the state of Illinois. The prior law was that they couldn't be used in municipalities. That was overturned by the bill signed by Governor Quinn. An FOIA of who contacted Governor Quinn regarding that issue yielded that there were only 19 people that were for the cameras. Everyone else was against the cameras. So this, although this is unpopular, it's been signed into law, and it is a legal means of determining speed around parks and schools.
But as of right now, Thomas, there are 2 drivers suing the city over red light cameras. Do you foresee legal challenges to the speed cams?
Well, since the appellate court has established that it is constitutional, I don't think that there's going to be a valid reason for it to end up going forward. However, there is a clause in the law that says that children must be visibly present for these speed laws to be able to be enforced. Speed laws, in essence, only 5% of accidents that involve some kind of fatality end up with speeding. The remainder of it, the largest portion, is 41% for distracted driving. So that would be a much better use of police powers and city resources.
Okay, and speaking of police powers, Thomas, let's move on to Illinois' eavesdropping law used against those who record police officers. The U.S. Supreme Court backed up a lower court ruling that key parts of the law are unconstitutional. But what does that mean for all of us practically?
It means that if a police officer is out in public, you do have the authority right now to video them or tape them, or if they're out in public and they can be seen and they're around everybody else, you can end up taking pictures of them. This was something that went to the NATO summit, and whether or not persons in the media would be able to videotape police officers. Prior to that, it was a felony for someone to end up doing this, and as a result, you could face anywhere between 4 to 15 years in the Illinois State Penitentiary. The 7th Circuit Court of Appeals ended up saying, no, you can't do that, entered an injunction, and said, let's send it back to the district court for a hearing on this matter.
Well, and what happens next, since this case has been ordered back to court?
Well, they have to have a hearing on the merits of the case to determine whether or not this is going to go forward, and the injunction is going to end up in force. Right now, the state's attorney of Cook County is barred from going forward and prosecuting these particular cases.
All right, Thomas, thank you so much for coming in this morning. 2 issues that will be impacting really all of us. Thanks, Thomas.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
And for more information, you can go to our website at abc7chicago.com. We will have a link to Thomas Glasgow's website on there as well. It is